Happy New Year to everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I got, let's see, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Joker, the Great Dane. Hello, 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 Lisa. Hello, good morning. Happy New Year to everyone. Another beautiful day. And starting off and chatting about how to improve this journey of fertility, right? It's a fertility journey and working to eliminate the word infertility, although we're in the fertile world and making it more positive and hopeful and that's the best we can do every day. So good morning, Amber. How are you doing today? How's everyone? We're starting Sunday, and hopefully I'll be able to continue this each Sunday. I know it's for many people time to go and go to church or spend time with their family, rest and relax. And those on the West Coast, I know it's a little early. Apologize. This seems to be my best day. Yes, I am wonderful, Sharonda. Thank you for asking. Teresa, Nise, good morning. And Laura Jean, Happy New Year. From England, all over the globe. We're all sharing more positive and learning and connecting with others and how we can all sort of eliminate the negative and focus on the positives in life. That's what we all want to do, right? Is what are the positives in our lives that we can do better at? And thank you, Sarah. 6 weeks, awesome. Twins, spotting, pink, mostly one wipe, a pad. Up the progesterone if you're on it, and do it oral or intramuscular instead of vaginal, because sometimes that can irritate the cervix. And also prednisone, I often recommend stay on it or up the dose a little bit. Let's see, Jennifer, Vanessa, let's see, Happy New Year to you too. Protocol priming, estrase, prometrium. Well, I like to prime. Okay, what does everyone know that kiltz talks about in priming? Keto, right? Now, the concept of keto is also sort of hard to understand, but I say fasting and fatty is best. Priming with estrase, 2 milligrams, prometrium, 200 milligrams, and then with or without some omnitrope or human growth or cerevital, which may help keep the LH-FSH down, kind of open up those receptors on the ovary so that when you do stimulation with gonadotropins, it's going to help a lot. So at least 2 to 4 weeks. I'm not talking much about DHEA. I'm not sure the science is accurate. You know, I'm being sued by Dr. Gleicher because he owns the patent. I won't talk too much about this today, but we all need to be understanding that the science may not be always right, even from us, by the way. So that is hard for any of us to. I always say faith first. Always start with faith, belief in the higher power within all of us. By the way, IVF appointments, Zaza, we're open for business. All this COVID stuff, please wear your mask, get vaccinated, I guess, but I didn't even know the science of that anymore. That's the craziness. Aaron, let's see, had our first frozen transfer in November and second one at the end of December. Both our pregnancy tests were negative, PCOS. Reason for that it hasn't worked. Well, I always say inflammation is the cause of all the damage and disease, and it's mostly because we're eating 3 to 6 high plant-based, low-fat meals a day. You want to go to one meal high fat, which is keto essentially, and fasting is lasting. But laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, ovarian drilling, look at the family building guide. We have our new one out on Amazon. Also, Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle and the Fertile Feast are all there. I think are very helpful, but the family building guide is a good one. And PCOS or metabolic disorder is due to a high plant-based diet. That's it, really. So it's kind of crazy. Mort Gal, 4 days post-transferring 2 3-day embryos that the pregnant triggered with wasn't refrigerated since used at last cycle. No, it should be fine. It should be fine. But if you haven't had your progesterone checked, it's always good. You can always do some HCG boosters also as another one, by the way. Let's see. Author Mrs. Flip, hello. What can I do for egg production? Tiffany E. Well, let's see. It starts with the egg. Rebecca Fit has a lot of great stuff in there supporting her. She talks about lots of different things. I always say that, again, look at Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle and Family Building Guide. A lot of this is related to you want to reduce inflammation of the body. Oxalates, Sarah Norton talks about oxalates, and oxalates embed in every organ of our body, every cell, which causes damage. So you definitely want to do everything you can to reduce the inflammation, which will help with blood flow improvement and also help with egg production. Some questions of whether or not metformin, and I say low dose metformin, but if you could do it naturally, that's what we're all really working for. All the things that we're talking about are related to how can we do this more naturally, and that's where the Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle, faith first, meditation, prayer, infinite times a day, and always the positive, and then from there, it's going to be making sure that you're going to the one meal. Fatty is key. Coconut oil fat if you're a vegetarian, a vegan, but vegetarians, it's cream and butter. It really should be animal fat. And a reduction in animal fat has probably been our biggest damage to our bodies. Renee Spalding, hello. Happy New Year. 44 years young, twice on my last 2 medicated cycles, but had a chemical and a 6-week loss. Recommend more medicated cycles or IVF with PGT. Other recommendations, primary. I'm not a big fan of PGT. It doesn't change the embryo. What you want to do is do everything to change the environment within your body, both on the egg side and the sperm side. By the way, we have to be working for the sperm and the egg. All right, that doesn't look good in there. So always improving everything about our bodies is key, right? The egg and the sperm environment, and then the uterine implantation environment. Those are really the most important things. I do a lot of immune 3 and 4 protocols. If you look at the Family Building Guide, I talk about Plaquenil, Prograf, Neupogen, IVIG, and Humira, weekly lipids, aspirin, and Lovenox, and stay as Kiltz's keto as you can. Hello, let's see here. How long is PRP effective for? Should I have another PRP for next cycle? C. Hines. I don't think any of us really know that answer. I mean, the science isn't exact in this anyway, but maybe 3 to 6 months. And I'm really just guessing. I don't think we really know that absolute answer. A Hope 143. Endometriosis, what am I going to do to get pregnant? 5 failed IUIs and 1 chemical. Well, I'm sure you've had your laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, maybe 2 to 4 months of Lupron or Orlissa and Letrozole, and then Kiltz's keto. And fiber, by the way, is very damaging and deadly for our bodies. I think fiber is completely unnecessary, should be eliminated from our diets. That's why raw vegetables, fruit, seeds, and nuts are probably worse for us than anything. But if you look at my Family Building Guide, you get a lot of really great information there. Vanessa Rodriguez, the support group. Thanks for shouting that out. Maria Schwartz, can I continue retrieval cycles? I had COVID at the beginning of stimming. I think you can, as long as you've met whatever the criteria is for 5 to 10 days of quarantine and you're better. All this COVID stuff, I'm sorry, I don't know that any of us really understand it. Let's see. The price of IVF has not increased, by the way. So we're not increasing the price of IVF. I'm keeping the price low. We did increase the price for embryo, egg, and sperm storage. Instead of being $350, it's going to be $450, not $550. So we're going to keep it down to the $450 range. It's still a bargain. We're really working hard to keep the cost down, the payment system in place, and all these things. Let's see. BCC 914 keto. At least 2 to 4 weeks before starting, and then stay keto. And again, keto is a low sugar environment. That means, in my opinion, it's one meal. I don't care if it's ice cream, cake, cookies, pasta, bread. But if you only eat those things, only eat one time a day, you're going to improve things a tremendous, by the way. And so these are all things. All is well. Thank you, Der Bunchik. A pleasure. 19 weeks. Awesome. Sam, let's see. Sam, is it possible to still have another successful retrieval if you had one bad one? I did a back-to-back retrieval, and the second one was terrible compared to the one before. I'm hoping it's not a bad sign. A lot of these things, it's a mystery. And what I've learned is the sequential nature of doing things probably matters more than anything. The more you do it, the better your odds are going to be. None of us really know the reasons why one cycle is good, another one bad. It's a mystery. Just don't give up. That's the one thing I recommend in this life for all of us. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Patience, persistence, and a positive attitude as much as you can. And I know it's all kind of crazy. Again, happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for joining CNY Fertility. We're working on getting Sarasota up and running for retrievals by June, July. It looks good. Team members are wonderful. Colorado, Dr. Fink, Dr. Magarelli, thank you. Really, to all of us, please. We need your input. What can we all do better? What could our team members on all sides, our doctors, practitioners, nurses, global team? We've been all inundated with crazy COVID stuff, as you all know, and we're really working to be better every single day. So patience and kindness on all of us through this really challenging hardship. Half a uterus, 2 miscarriages. It was recommended to use a surrogate if I want to do another retrieval. Have you dealt with people with half a uterus? Yes, Marissa. And it might be considered to do a cerclage on that half a uterus. Also, that might be helpful for you. Let's see, Jennifer, need to lose 100. Let's see, where'd you go? I need to lose 100 weight before starting my cycle? Not in our opinion, by the way. Your weight doesn't matter. It's the inflammation in the body, which is mostly caused by a carbohydrate, plant-based, vegan, vegetarian, 3 to 6 meals diet, Mediterranean, all deadly. I grew up with the Mediterranean and almost vegetarian at one point. I can tell you that the best you can do is carnivore. Look at Judy Cho's book. Look at Marie Emmerich, Craig Emmerich stuff. Look at Ken Berry's stuff. We're really all working together to share. Let's see. Any of your team, Syracuse, working in Sarasota? Dr. Condor's down here. I've been down here a few days, but heading back today, back to Syracuse. Let's see. Folar, welcome, Purple Pink Roses. M. Brecken, 33. Any recommendation of FT number 3, protocol 3, acupuncture, low carb? It's a high fat, by the way, 1 meal a day, regular light exercise, walking. I do a light bike and I do my weights, although this week I've been off. Tried all, 4 losses, 2020, and they can't make. So don't forget about level 4 protocol, IVIG and Humira. That might be the next thing. 10 grams to 20 grams every week to 2 weeks may be the key. Start a week or 2 prior to a transfer or intercourse IUI. Trigger Thursday at 7. This is my 3rd cycle. The first 2 failed. Is it common for a trigger shot not to work, Tat? It's unusual for a trigger shot not to work. We do a lot of Lupron and HCG triggers, or Lupron only. Sometimes we'll do HCG only also. But hey, Ivy, AJ Gator, HH Helen 20, welcome. Self-effects, but so worth it. Retrieval. Hey guys, by the way, 315-416-9872. People do connect with me on my cell. I pass it on or I take care of it directly. It's been a crazy 21, 22. We're all working to be more patient, kind, generous, and helpful to everyone. Thanks for building the YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We're doing the TikTok-y thing a little bit. I'm really working to, we all need to be respectful of each other, kind, generous, and loving at all levels. Compassionate transfer. If we have embryos that you just want to transfer and hoping not to be pregnant, you could do it in a menstrual cycle or early in a cycle. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's what you're talking about, but yes, can be done. Let's see. Everyone is doing well. my love and compassion to all of us on this journey as a human being. It's not easy. We all know that. It's challenging, right? Faith, always God within all of us. Look in the mirror and you could see God. And whatever your size, shape, whatever it is, or gender description or relationship description, or whether you're single, married, alone, or whatever it is, we're all working together on this journey. 10 to 5 and said to stop complaining tomorrow. 6 weeks pregnant twins. I've been now spotting 2 days red. Go back up to 10 milligrams twice a day and stay on that for now to at least 8 weeks, and then reach out, Sarah, 315-416-9872. Be glad to help. I do tend to push a lot more of the immune protocols throughout the first trimester to past 10 to 12 weeks. We talk a lot about how MTHFR, thrombophilias, which are all related to a lot of immunologic disorders within our bodies. Atina, I hope I pronounced that right. Yes, we do we do natural IVF, mini IVF, low dose. So the natural is no drugs, but a trigger shot. Letrozole or Clomid is another way, or letrozole or Clomid with a little bit of gonadotropins, 100 to 200 units, is another sort of a mini or a low dose protocol. We do them all day long. You can do a modified natural or a natural for a fresh or frozen cycle, or a fresh retrieval and transfer, or a frozen embryo transfer. So they can all be done. And if for some reason my nurses and my practitioners aren't understanding all the things that Kiltz is talking about, all you need to do is read the family building guide, all of us, and it's there. What do I need to do to transfer my results? Really nothing. We just need to talk. It's helpful to get a copy of your records, but your story, Tina, is really key. The Locke family, hello. Let's see, would endometriosis patients benefit from natural or mini IVF? I hope 143. Potentially, yes. I think they're, again, fibroids, endo, PCOS, metabolic syndrome, idiopathic infertility, right? What's it all caused by? It's all caused by the same thing. It's all caused because we're eating the wrong foods for a human animal. That's the craziness, right? It is really rocking crazy that I've learned in this business, right? Let's see. Couldn't have an HSG because the catheter couldn't enter the cervix. So the cervix isn't meant to have any of this stuff done, by the way. So we're doing things that aren't natural, but it may be just a stenotic, very tiny opening. We often can just do a little dilation and get it in there, but it's not that critical. Hysteroscopy, laparoscopy may be another way to evaluate things. Did anyone remember his cell? 315-416-9872. Again, I pass it on. I do it myself as best I can. Dr. D'Souza, thank you. We appreciate all you guys and gals and whatever we call ourselves, and respect to everyone, right? Do you know anyone that stored their eggs and had a successful outcome? Hope the little, Wow, Kaya, 15 months. Wow, awesome. Any info on preeclampsia? Had successful transfer. Thank you, by the way, developed preeclampsia. So my OB/GYN was sure I had to deliver a baby. Let's see. And had to deliver a baby boy at 16 weeks. Of course, he did not. Oh my God. Well, again, I think the cause of eclampsia, preeclampsia, all the disorders are the wrong diet. We should be all on a one meal, high fat, carnivore keto is the crazy one that I've recommended more than anything. So that's the thing that I recommend. Again, thank you for Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of those out there. We're here for you. There's a lot of great practitioners in the fertility world out there. We're working with all of them. Your OB/GYNs will work with all of us together. We're working together to make this journey successful for all of you. Let's see. Optimistically fertile, infertile, Uptowns Esquire. Hello. What is it about fiber that has a negative impact on the body? It seems to go against everything. Well, Jared, everything we're told is to sell a product, and it has nothing to do with the function of the human body. People sell tobacco and alcohol and all sorts of drugs and say they're good for you. Fiber is sandpaper and steel wool in the bowels. If you read my book on the kiltz keto lifestyle, there's a lot of great stuff in there, but fiber basically ferments in the colon. Fermentation makes heat, alcohol, aldehydes, methane gas. And Paul, I think it's Mason. If you look at his YouTube stuff, he has some great stuff that basically every disorder that we ever have goes away when we stop eating fiber. So everything you've learned about the science and health of the human body, look at Dr. Gleischer has a patent on DHEA, claims it's the best thing for your fertility. Now he's suing kiltz because I talk about it. I never knew there was a patent. So now I'm realizing that the scientific studies are mostly a bunch of junk. And unfortunately, even the books that people write, even my books, by the way, look at, I'm reading other stuff and writing it down saying, hey, buy my book. In fact, I'm now questioning everything I've been taught in medicine, that most of it is wrong. The monster money-making medical environment is a little crazy. That's why I'm doing my very best to stay affordable, to keep our prices down, and give you as much as I can freebie. But apparently, because I put DHEA up on my website and linked it to Dr. Gleischer's published studies, I'm being sued by him. Can everyone just like, why, Dr. Gleischer, are you suing kiltz over something that everyone knows about? But this is the modern USA way. Let's sue to make money, and let's try to shut down a doctor. And by the way, he's trying to get into your charts. That's ridiculous, and I'm not giving it up. But they want to know everything about all of you guys from my charts, the lawyers. So Dr. Gleischer, please just walk away. Doesn't make sense to me. Let's see. Any from Louisiana who has done egg donor egg retrieval that can ask some questions? Brittany, you guys all are part of the conversation. All of you guys, we're a family, and the CNY Fertility Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, but there's so many others out there that you guys are all doing together. Let's see, Ann Blackburn's Homes. Let's see, cholesterol causes no disease, and you should have cholesterol in your body. The science of high cholesterol is wrong to sell drugs, just like the DHEA science that Gleischer is purporting is good as to sell his nutraceutical DHEA. And now I'm learning basically high cholesterol basically is an inflammatory disorder that has nothing to do with cholesterol, has to do with sugar and glycation and damage. So in fact, eating fatty meat will make you back to the lioness and the lion you are. It's really crazy, by the way. Natural IVF, well, low to no meds, lower cost. Maybe all you need to do, the problem is egg and sperm interactions are not good. Less eggs, less embryos, less stuff in ice to have problems with. So for my opinion, natural low dose, mini dose are really good. And a lot of my practitioners don't understand it, but it's what you want out there that I think is really, really, really important. Black Love, beautiful. Currently pregnant. I take iron supplements as well as prenatals containing iron because of previous anemia. Fatty liver, fatty red meat, I think is the key. There's a lot of chelation when you eat a high plant-based diet. It chelates the minerals and vitamins and the iron that our body requires. And if you're not eating fatty red meat with blood, well, you're not getting what our body needs. That's the crazy part to the story. First time IVF, Angela Lentz. Hi, how you doing? First time protocol, 6 IUIs, 1 IUI took, but any chemical. Husband is on low side of quality mobility. I have blocked tube. I don't have normal cycles. 2 successful pregnancies, 15, 16-year-olds, but from different partner. I had issues. Is there enough time to prep my body to do IVF in March? Absolutely. Look at the Family Building Guide, kiltz Keto, and the Fertile Feast. All of our stuff you can download on our website for free. Really, it's crowdsourcing information for all of us. That's what we need to be. It's all about information that we're all sharing to make fertility care, medical care, lower cost. That's what we all must be doing. It's shared environment and expertise. But consider a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy. Consider removing a bad tube if it's a hydrosalpinx. Kiltz's keto lifestyle. Let me get my books. I think I've got them all here. All right, Kiltz's keto lifestyle. I guess you could get it on Amazon, the paper copy. And also the Fertile Feast you could download, but you get a copy on Amazon. Highly recommend it. And let's see if I got anything. And then the Family Building Guide. I think I don't know if I have this is the old copy. Basically, it's very similar in the new copy. But check these out. You could download these for free on our website, CNY Fertility, or drkiltz.com, or you can download a paper copy, get a paper copy from Amazon. Louisiana, Jennifer, what works best for fresh or frozen? They both work wonderful. I do a lot of fresh transfers, and you can tell the practitioners if you want to do a fresh and they're recommending against it, but you want to do it, you call the shots, okay? And sometimes you need a little bit of HCG for trigger over just Lupron, I think is helpful. Let's see, Lady Tacey, let's see, 28 years young, PCOS, which is due to a carbohydrate-rich diet instead of a Kiltz's keto lifestyle. Third IUI, 5 to 10 of letrozole is good with the trigger. Keto, great, stay it. I'm a healthy weight. Again, weight doesn't matter, by the way. Our judgment of weight is wrong. Fat, thin, or normal, weight isn't the cause of disease. The cause is what's in the belly. If it's plant-based, low fat, it's deadly. And that's the craziness. So again, look at the Family Building Guide and Kiltz's keto lifestyle, which I think are really the keys to all this. Oh, and then my daily inspirations, intentions, and you should get your own journal and write your own every day. Faith over facts, and that's what makes us all most fertile. But absolutely, immune 2 or 3 protocol, even with the intercourse IUI cycles, I think are important. So all my practitioners and our practitioners are going to start doing embryo transfers. Excited about that. Really helping affordability and access for everyone. We have some amazing practitioners that are already doing transfers, and getting more doing them is going to make it our ability to keep the prices low for everyone. First IVF meds were prescribed before my blood work came back. Is that normal? Pretty normal. The bloods don't matter so much. Earth to baby C. In my opinion, I can probably pick a protocol, either a letrozole, low-dose injectables with low-dose HCG, and I think it'll work on almost anyone. 36 years young, slightly, forget the weight, all of us. We got to eliminate it. Done 3 IVF cycles, singleton, second twins, but unfortunately miscarried both, almost 7 weeks. Clotting issues, that's Lovenox 30 to 40 twice a day. Prednisone 10 to 15 twice a day, Plaquenil 200 twice a day, lipids weekly, and Kiltz's keto. And remember, it's bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, intermittently feasting, and salt. Oh, and don't forget, Judy Cho's got a really great book on carnivore. It's got tons of information. She's amazing. So many great people out there. Look at Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson. Great stuff. I've been doing carnivore for over 10 years now. I can tell you it's the best thing. Although from time to time, I will eat French fries, a croissant, but I work to make it just my one meal a day. Let's see, Enrique D, January 15th, and how my Friday mantra women goes. Let's all of us together visualize babies in everyone's arms and faith every day. Right? Put on blood thinners that started before the last cycle, transferred to our last 2 in May. They didn't even take this cycle. I feel blood thinners were a bad idea. Yeah, that's a hard one. You know, no one knows the ideas of which is the answer in this. But sometimes it's eliminate most everything that you're on and go more natural. That can be very helpful also. But again, the one that works is the one that was the right idea, and we don't know what it is until you do it. 1 meal per day, fasting, Lady Tracy, fasting, fasting, fasting. See, our bellies, our bodies, our bellies need to digest and send it into the liver to convert the amino acids and the sugars to fat, and the fat goes to the lymphatics and deposit everywhere. But you really want your overall glucose level and insulin levels lower, lower, lower. That's why fasting is lasting. And I say at night, but pick a meal and make it the one. And then otherwise, water, coffee, tea with no additives, none of those fancy drinks you get at where. Get rid of them. They're not good for any of us. And I know this is all crazy, crazy stuff, right? But the more I do it myself, 66 in March, I can't believe it. I feel amazing. And it's really a game changer. And when you guys start doing this 1 meal a day, you'll be, why are my doctors telling me 3 to 6 meals a day? Well, it's to make the breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack industry all happy, right? Money, 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 money. And my commitment, again, I'm working to keep our pricing low, overall costs low. And that's my promise to everyone, by the way. CNY Fertility, Sarasota is opening. It's open for monitoring right now. We're working to work with docs in Tampa and Miami, in Jacksonville, Orlando, and Gainesville, wherever you're at in Florida for sure. But people still traveling to all of our locations, working with again, Dr. Ivanov in Philadelphia doing monitoring, Dr. Rudy Alice in Atlanta doing monitoring. So excited about maybe bringing IVF to those locations in 22, 23. And I know it's a lot of work. It really is. One large meal a day, mostly fats, no green veggies, right? But I don't use the word large meal. If it's just, again, if the plate is smaller, you're going to be much happier with what you ate. We don't need to eat a big meal. We need far less calories. And let me tell you, you and I don't even know what a calorie really is. Calorie in, calorie out. It's actually more true than you know. We just don't even know what a calorie is. We don't know how many calories are packed in the food we eat. But believe me, fat is what the genetics of humanity wants us to be, because it's used to a ton of fasting and famines. A lot of discharge after using progesterone veg. I'm still getting the progesterone my blood needs. Yes, you should be. You could do some oral prometrium or intramuscular progesterone and oil. But let's make sure your steroids are likely need to be higher doses, higher dose of Lovenox, weekly lipids. All those things I think are really, really good. Andrea Christensen, do you believe ERA for the first transfer of PGT normal embryos? The science on ERAs is always questionable. I think the scratch is helpful, but I don't even know. But if you're not sure, just do it. If you have frozen embryos, there's no harm in getting the ERA, ER-peak, or even the Receptiva DX, by the way. It all can be done. Let's see. Effect of trying to gain. Will this affect me trying to gain weight? Beers, family. Look at Kiltz's ice cream recipe. My ice cream recipe is heavenly, and I made some. But you can find it either. There's a video online on YouTube, but it's the very best. Look at. You have to reward yourself. Treats. Tia gets me these nice, beautiful white chocolates. Oh my God, it was so good. I'm well taken care of. But look at whatever your culture, religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, or food beliefs. If what you're doing isn't working, then you have to rezone and dig deep and to figure out maybe there's something I'm doing that's not right. To me, seeds and nuts are deadly. Raw vegetables for sure. And it's crazy. Seems like every different PIO leaves huge nuts. You may be allergic to the PIOs. And this is where, let's see, Killamilla. This is where freeze embryos, natural cycle, maybe a trigger shot with vaginal oral progesterone, I think is a good way to go. Eliminating the oil. Who wants to take these big oil shots? No one. but you may be allergic to one of the either sesame or peanut oil. I mean, we're allergic to oils, and these oils probably, they're all plant-based, probably not good for us, right? Thank you for joining me. Sundays at 10 a.m. Another beautiful day. Every day, each of us needs to just take the time to pray and have such amazing gratitude to life, right? It's all a gratitude in life, right? It's not asking for anything. Give me this, give me that. We have everything we need. All we need to do is think that and know it, and it will be. Louisiana that does monitoring, Laquila. I'm not sure that. And I'm going to Fertility Institute in Baton Rouge for baseline. We can work on that. Maybe some ultrasonographers can help. We're really looking for everyone out there. We're even working to get a home device for ultrasounds that you can use at home to do your own ultrasounds. I'll get you that link. We can start looking at it because we really want to get the cost down. Keep them down low. And I know this is really important. Plant-based studies showing reduced inflammation. Listen, I personally don't believe those things, but remember, drugs, plants are where we get our drugs from. Steroids probably come from plants. So you're getting some drug in a plant. I know it's really hard to believe this stuff, Mary Lee. Hard as craziness. Let's see. We're praying that everyone's the grant winner. Monitoring visits you need for a modified natural. I'm worried about getting back at times for transfer. I think we can do you can even do a natural cycle with a positive ovulation predictor kit for a frozen transfer or an IUI, and you don't even need to get an ultrasound or blood work. It's not necessary. Those are the things that we need to work on, is lower the cost, lower all the challenges that everyone has to go through, maybe do it without blood work altogether. Now, is there a risk that you're not going to get eggs or embryos or a pregnancy? But maybe we have to realize that there's something better that we're all going to learn to make it easier for all of us, right? So monitoring you need for modified natural. Really, don't have to get a baseline. Forget the baseline to my practitioners, everyone. You can get, if it's a modified natural where you're going to do a trigger shot, you could get a scan day 11, 12, or 13 of a 28-day cycle and then do a trigger shot. I could not do a fresh transfer due to my E2 level. That's not a 1750 estrogen level is not too high to do a transfer, Ashley Whitman. Thank you for sharing that. My team needs to understand estrogen levels of 3,000 to 4,000 are still okay to do a transfer. Progesterone levels of over 3 are still okay. You call the shots. We make a recommendation. So I'm going to talk to all my practitioners, all my nurses to make sure they understand that. And we're all going to be working on all of this to be better, by the way. So thank you. We're going to get you there, Ashley. 315-416-9872. Give me a text message, Ashley, and we'll figure that out. Thank you to everyone, by the way, for sharing your thoughts and ideas, concerns and questions. Our job at CNY Fertility is to listen to you, that we all come together and learn from what you have to bring to us to make it more affordable, more accessible, and more natural pregnancies out there for everyone, right? The idea of, and now again, if you're a plant-based eater, 1 meal a day, add the fat and cook the carbs well. No fiber, in my opinion. Get rid of it. And the fat, it's coconut fat, but better with cream and butter. If you're a vegetarian or anyone else, but vegans, it's only coconut, in my opinion, maybe hemp seed oil. And with wash PRP added Lovenox, this worked, but resulted in interstitial pregnancy. Out of my protocol for my last embryo. I think those all look pretty good. Look at the level 4 IVIG and Humira. And stay kiltz keto throughout life, by the way. This isn't temporary. And if you're waiting for the science to tell us another lie to cost you a lot of money, bull, you know what, right? And it's one meal at night best. But pick a meal, make it your only one. Go walking, but go light if you're going to do any of this, but slow it down. Go for a light bike ride. Enjoy nature and life, right? I've been on my bike. I do my light weights, just light, and my pottery and painting and all these things. PRP help with repeat pregnancy loss. I think intrauterine unique intrauterine PRP, high volume, maybe monthly for 3 months, weekly for 4 weeks. I don't think we know. There's no real scientific answer. There's a lot of like by the seat of our pants, right? Let's see, how are we doing time-wise? It's been really great sharing with you guys today. Appreciate everyone. Average day that they do the retrieval, I'm planning for March. Monday through Saturday, we do retrievals every day of the week. Keto for, I recommend Latia Lee. I recommend kiltz keto lifestyle for all of us. Men, women, young, old, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Keto is king. This is the one that all of us should be using. It's a game changer, in my opinion. But again, there's lots of ketos, but fasting, add the fat, 1 meal a day, and faith. Simple, right? Let's see, any facility in Florida that I can go to. I hope we do. We have a monitoring center in Sarasota, which will be a retrieval center in June or July. But we work with OBGYNs around the state for sure, or other fertility centers. They're doing awesome. And look, we're all working together. And even with Dr. Gleischer, who I respect in so many ways, that his science I thought was right. Now I'm questioning DHEA may be harmful. The FDA is questioning its use in any of this stuff. So we all have to be careful that any of us doctors, I get to tell you, whatever science I'm sharing, it may be bad science. So, you're listening to me, but I don't know how right I am some days. All right, 3 failed FETs. Let's see, stick with last protocol. We added intralipids, HCG wash, and didn't work. I started FET cycle, getting with estrace, prednisone. What do you recommend to suggest? Well, look at the level 4 IVIG Humira, kiltz keto, 1 meal a day, and Lovenox 30 to 40 twice a day, Plaquenil 200 twice a day, intralipids weekly. Again, there's some question whether or not we're giving you thoughts and ideas, but the hard part is that it's not absolute. Ultimately, we're all taking some risk to all of this. With stage 4, do keto. All of us can do keto, and endometriosis, in my opinion, is caused by colon and bowel inflammation. So colon and bowel, IBS, Crohn's, all of the disorders of the bowels, are diverticulitis, stenosis, are all caused by the diet for a grazing animal and not a hunting animal. Remember, we're hunters, and that's who and what we are. Let's see, Gabby, at what point do you suggest it's time to move to donor eggs? You can always move to donor eggs right now and still work with your own eggs. And so it's a hard one to know. It depends on, is your AMH less than 0.001? Is your age 48? Faster, yes. If it's 36 with a low AMH, it may be a lot of things we talk about where you're doing priming for 2 to 4 weeks or 2 to 4 months. You're doing kiltz keto lifestyle for life, by the way. Kiltz keto lifestyle is for life. That's the craziness, right? Meat is great. Look at meat. When you start doing this, you'll be like, oh my God, they're lying to us. And who are they? The money masters, the puppet masters, right? They're all telling us the wrong thing. And we've been enslaved as soldiers and peasants and slaves, basically as little minions to do whatever they tell us. They're lying. And who are they? They're the money changers. Again, no disrespect to anyone out there. Respect to all of them. The truth be said is we've been duped. We're lionesses and lions in our ancient past that have been taught to eat grass and grains, but you eat it with a fork and spoon or a hand in a sandwich. But those are deadly for us. And I didn't know it until I was in my 50s. Now that I'm in my 60s, game changing. Recommend OB/GYN that actually will actually remove my 22 centimeter cyst. It depends where you live. I apologize. You can give us a call. We'd be glad to talk to you, and someone's out there. The book you just posted about keto diet, where can you purchase it? You can go to Kiltz's Keto Lifestyle, or the other one is the Fertile Feast on Amazon, the paper copies, or download them on our website for free, by the way. More information for free. That's what we're all about. Let's see. The book, and it's a new lifestyle. Diets are dead. Let's eliminate the word diet. All right. The natural, normal human Ferrari or lioness solution, right? Like a lioness or a lion. In my opinion, it's fatty meat every day. I know. One meal a day, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, intermittently feasting, one meal a day, and I add salt, right? And I do add my salt to my ice cream also, by the way. Let's see. Hoping we could do a Friday travel purposes. Yes. So we look at, and people will drive, fly, walk, ride bikes, however it takes to get to a CNY Fertility location. I'm working on SoCal and just putting the ideas in there. DC area, working on that. Again, we're here to help keep the costs down. Do you need to do an HSG? Look at the things we recommend aren't required, and my doctors and practitioners, not required. If you want to do a fresh transfer and your estrogen is 2,500, you can do it. If your progesterone is 3.2, you can do it. If we recommend a frozen over a fresh, you then take the decision to accept that or do it. But doctors, all practitioners, all my nurses, this is the way we do it. We are listening and learning all together. Omnitrope for 24 days, Leuprolide for 3 days now. When do I start Lovenox? Delarine. The Lovenox is usually started when you're getting started for your fresh or frozen transfer or your IUI or intercourse cycle. So it's usually into the stimulation cycle. Let's see. Let's see. Marila Sanchez. Let's see here. And thanks everyone together for answering questions. Let's see. After one failed FET at day 8, I went for my blood work, which came back at 12. No one will call to confirm if that is positive. Day 6, I get a positive test. I go back Monday to test again. Stay on all your meds. We can't say much about that 12. Just can't say much about it. So you got to just keep on going and stay on everything, Marilla. And let's see. Kelsey, medicine, if I'm not carrying, but just doing the egg retrieval, is there any on the list I won't need? Well, technically, you may not need, the low-dose naltrexone and the LDN and the prednisone may help that environment around the eggs and the ovaries for sure. Progesterone you don't need because you're not doing a transfer. Usually the Lovenox is another one, but for some people, your Lovenox during stim may be another beneficial thing to help with blood flow. So I think that might be helpful. We do accept adventures with Christina. We do accept embryos from anywhere and everywhere, and we will ship your embryos everywhere and anywhere. They're your embryos, not ours. We work with all fertility centers in America and around the globe. We will work with them. Let's see. Angela would like to do a fresh transfer. Spring break doesn't fall using my normal cycle. Wouldn't they adjust? You can use birth control pill or estrogen progesterone to adjust the cycle, but technically, I would probably do the birth control pill or estrase prometrium 2 and 200. 2 of estrase, 200 of prometrium for sure. Let's see. A Hope 143, is letrozole or Clomid better for endo? Better for what? IUI or IVF? We'll use some letrozole to lower estrogen levels in treating endometriosis. So you can use either one. So acupuncture, when do you recommend it? Another one that I'm not sure the science absolutely proves any of this stuff, but we often will do acupuncture the day of the transfer, before and after, but no one knows that right answer. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Once a week is good. Once a month is good. Massage, meditation, prayer, acupuncture, and visualize a positive attitude. 1 intralipid infusion. Can this be done the day of transfer? It can be done in our office for transfer. Zymot work. Zymot, you have to ask for it. It's an upcharge of $200. It may help separate with a swim up technique sperm that may have a lower fragmentation score, DNA fragmentation. So Tiffany, day 5 transfer, HCG 43, going for blood work today. Praying. Every day we pray for the best outcome for each of us. And I think the challenge is to recognize that whatever the outcome is, it's the best. That's really the craziness. Whatever the outcome is the best, right? And the more we realize that, the more amazing for all of us. So have faith in God first. God is within all of us, right? God is within all of us. That's the craziness. And in God, you'll find the success you seek. Breath and smile every day. All right. Dr. Chang. All right. Awesome. April, we're praying for success. Our embryos never expand past 3 before freezing. I do a ton of day 3 freezes, Angie. I recommend them. A lot of people don't make blasts. They freeze on day 3. They may get a baby. Get them in the uterus on day 3, no later. Let's see. Went to my laparoscopy, April. Exploratory abdomen is frozen. Scar tissue, past surgeries at birth. They couldn't get the camera, cancel the surgery. You know, you just got to go for whatever you got. The surgeries aren't always the thing. It may be worth treating for the medical endo, but look at kiltz keto, 1 meal a day, low-dose naltrexone, CBD oil, maybe, omega-3s, maybe. But if you're eating kiltz keto and high fat, it'll help. But this is where 2 to 4 months of Lupron and letrozole may also be helpful for you. Cutoff age for FET. Veronique, if you're healthy, I don't know what that age is. None of us really know that. We shouldn't have, aged human discrimination, not good. Cheryl, happy new year. Always great to again, my best to everyone out there. Let's share love this year and kindness and patience, even in the COVID craziness. Remember, wear your mask, get your vaccine, I guess. I don't know. Each individual has to make your own decision. Hurts my belly and affects my peptic ulcer. The journey through IVF. I would bet different is my bet, but listen, beef bacon is the other one, but it's pork belly. It isn't even cured bacon, but eliminate anything plant-based. That'll help. But you don't have to have bacon. Have ribeye steak. Have chicken if you want. But chicken, in my opinion, is not the best for any of us. Downregulation and for how long? Downregulation for some people with endo may be helpful. 1 to 2 months. That's where I put in the Orilissa, letrozole, and then go right into a stimulation. You don't have to get a period. Periods don't matter. They don't matter. I know. It's all nuts, right? Can I do fresh transfer, Lemore? Anyone and everyone can do a fresh transfer, by the way. And if my practitioners say you can't, say Dr. Kiltz said I can, and you don't have to get a new practitioner's consult or follow-up. Nurses, please. Patients can lead the discussion in the direction. We work for the patients, right? So we have to be patient with the patients, right? Feel free to join the support group. Absolutely. Would you recommend a myomectomy for intramural fibroids? Yes. Tennis ball. Absolutely. Get rid of them. I've seen so many fibroids gone and pregnancies. Come on. And turkey bacon, deadly. Turkey bacon is deadly. No such thing. It's man-made muck. Look at bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, maybe, and salt. But this stuff is a game changer. Read Judy Cho's book on carnivore cure. Look at Jordan Peterson and Michaela Peterson. Let's see, Mason. Paul Mason's got some great. There's so many great people out there. Carnivore is a game changer. Turkey bacon is deadly. There's no such thing. It's man-made. Get away from that man-made junk. Let's see, adenobugen, love, and intralipids this time. Lots of it. Dr. Cho, Chris Ziegler, thank you for doing transfers. Dr. D'Souza is doing transfers. We're game changing it all for everyone, by the way. Everyone's in the game changing, right? Down regulation, eating bacon hurts. Don't eat bacon if it hurts, by the way. 1 intralipids infusions. You guys are great. Thank you for allowing me to be in your homes or wherever you're at and sharing my living room. Let's see here. Can you decide to do PGT testing after retrieval? You really should know about it. We should know about it ahead of time. You can always biopsy and freeze, but you want to get with Cooper Genomics and let us know right away. It's not always easy to making sure all this happens in a timely fashion. Lots and lots and lots. So I'm working on keeping our pricing low, $39.95 or $4,000 for an IVF. Game changing, right? And after the third one, we may still honor a discount, but I may be changing that. Don't know yet. But again, we're really working to make sure the pricing stays low. Please make sure if you got a payment plan, you got to pay. If you don't pay, we can't do the payment plan. And let's see, go Florida for, let's see, where can I go in Florida for your prices? I don't know, but CNY Fertility, again, our Sarasota office on Cattleman Lane, down the street from Doctor's Hospital. Excited about a new location. Dr. Condra, we call him K2. Amazing, amazing team members, by the way. Grade 3, perfectly fine. Research shows that letters matter more than numbers. Is usually a higher success than a 4BC. Messiah Schwartz. Listen, but the problem with research, often it's missing, what do they call the diamond in the rough, right? Well, that's a diamond in the rough. I wouldn't have chosen that, but it becomes the success. So in my opinion, stop holding on to the grading of an embryo. It matters less than you know. Trying to Andrea. So, but thank you, Melissa. Let's see, Maria. Let's see, Melissa Marie. You did my transfer, my son, 2.5. All right. It's our pleasure, by the way. And again, why it works or doesn't work, it's, God only knows. But the most important part is for all of us every day to have positive, hopeful, loving, kind, generous energy every single day in the process. Embryos never got past a grade 3. Oh, not day 3. Wondering if they should be expected more before transferring, or a reason why they're always 3 AAB. It's always going to be an egg problem or a sperm problem that contributes to the embryo grading problem. But I've seen, again, bad embryos become babies and best embryos not. But again, there's some inflammatory process that's causing the damage that makes the embryos not look as good. Is it genetically predisposed? Maybe in all of us, either an egg or a sperm issue that causes an embryo issue. So all of these things are factors for sure. Let's see. Any advice on hormone receptive breast cancer survivor? Didn't seem concerned with me trying IVF, but yeah, I agree. I don't think that estrogen is the cause of breast cancer anyway. It's inflammation. It has to do with oxalates, phytates, lectins. All of these things embed in all of our tissue and cause inflammation and cancer and all sorts of disorders. That's the crazy part of the story. Everything you and I have been taught is wrong. High mosaic embryos, Transfer all day long. Stop looking at an embryo and grading it by its PGT testing or its a grading, in my opinion. Any and all embryos can be normal babies. Helping improve success. Sirolimus. I haven't. I'll take a look at it. Again, so many NMN, all these things may be helpful. Is there enough science to tell us if what you're doing isn't working and you're doing something different, reasonable to do? The problem is you're looking for the absolute scientific end. I've been talking about DHEA for years, thinking that it was open access, and now I'm being sued by Dr. Gleicher for even sharing that information with you. That's patented by Dr. Gleicher. But you can buy DHEA for a lower price anywhere than he sells it for. So what's his real mission? It's making money, not mommies, and I'm really, really, really disappointed in what he's doing in all of this. Lindsay, hello. Allie, hormone receptive. I think I answered that. I'll look up sirolimus. Can aneuploid 22 embryos result in a healthy baby? You're assuming that the testing of an embryo is 100% correct. It's not. So if it's the wrong information or it's just a mosaic in some way, then I think that any embryo can become a normal baby. Hydrosalpinx, tube egg retrieval, then get my tubes out before transfer. Yes, I'd recommend removing. Transfer even the genetically abnormal embryos. I think all embryos are potentially normal, but the testing is incorrect. And so, I mean, look at the billions or trillions of people having babies around the globe that aren't seeing a doctor for a test before they have a beautiful baby. And then who amongst us to say what is a good and bad anything, what is healthy or not, who should be alive or not? I don't know those answers, but again, I'm grateful to all of you for joining me on this beautiful January 2nd, another beautiful, the 22nd year of this century, I guess. And Zymot, again, we offer Zymot extra charge. We offer a lot of these things as an additional charge to keep our overall costs down, but pass a lot of these things on to those that want them. Do your own research. Nowadays, you have to do your own research. I can't recommend anything to you without you doing your own research with Dr. Google. You're asking what we'll do and what we do. Boy, write a letter to the FDA, FTC, the Food and Drug Administration, the Federal Trade Commission. Why is Dr. Kiltz being sued for recommending DHEA? Why does Dr. Gleicher have a patent for something he did the study on that now I'm believing that all the scientific evidence is probably bullshit? Sorry for my language. And even fertility and sterility. Why are they selling his supplement that apparently is patented? Okay, everyone, God bless. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Take care. And always the best in this beautiful, beautiful, every day is a new day. Take care.